This is the Core 2 video for our practice exam for the quadratic test that we're going to have on Wednesday and Thursday. I've done problems 1, 2, and 3. We're now on problem 4. Okay. Problem 4 says solve again. So it's kind of like problem 2. Problem 2 said solve. Problem 4 says solve the equations. We have to solve, we have to find what x is. I've got a little problem with problem number 4 though. I don't have it in factored form. It is not in factored form. I need to make it in factored form. If I want to solve a quadratic equation, I have to have it in factored form. If I need it to look like something with the parentheses, I have to try to figure that out. I'm going to use the area model again, but it's a little tricky this time because I don't know what goes on the outside. I know what goes on the inside. X squared, I know I'll end up with x squared, and I know I will end up with negative 15. So I put those in the area model. I'm trying to find the outside now. I know I have x and x to get x squared, but I don't know these numbers. I do know that they multiply to give me 15. So I have to try things that multiply to actually negative 15. So I write the factors. Factors are things that I multiply. Product is what happens when you multiply. And sum is the answer you get when you add. So I need to multiply. I need a product of negative 15. And I need a sum of negative 2. So this needs to be negative 15. This needs to be negative 2. I'm going to try some things. Negative 1 times 15. When I multiply those, that gives me negative 15. But when I add them, I get 14. Okay? So that won't work. I need negative 2 here. I try something else. Negative 3 times 5. That gives me negative 15 when I multiply. When I add, though, it gives me positive 2. 5 minus 3 is positive 2. So I'm going to try positive 3 times negative 5. That gives me negative 15. But when I subtract 5 from 3, 3 minus 5, I get negative 2. So this is the one I want to use. So I put my 3 here, and I put my negative 5 up here. And 3 times negative 5 gives me negative 15. 3 times x gives me 3x. Negative 5 times x gives me negative 5x. When I add these together, 3x minus 5x equals negative 2x. And I know that I get the negative 2. So I know my factors are x plus 3 times x minus 5. And from this point, I can go on with my solution. So I say 0 equals x plus 3, or 0 equals x minus 5. I subtract 3 from both sides. I get negative 3 equals x, or add 5 to both sides. I get 5 equals x. Okay? And that is my answer because I'm asked to solve. Pause the video for a moment. So pause the video, See if you can do the second problem. Again, the instructions are the same. Solve the equation. All right. Now that you have tried the problem, check your answer. Hopefully, you did the same thing. You said, hey, I need 0 equals parentheses. So I'm going to start with my area model. And I know I have x squared. So that tells me I have x times x. I know that. And I need negative 18. When I multiply, I need negative 18. So I start with a table, factors, product, and sum. Factors are things that I multiply. I'm going to try negative 1 times 18. I get negative 18. But when I add, I get 17. And I want positive 3. So I want this to be negative 18. I want the product to be negative 18. I want the sum to be positive 3. So I'll try 3 times 6. And actually that could be 3 times negative 6, because I need to get negative 18. Since I have a positive times a negative, I do get negative 18. But when I add 3 minus 6, I get negative 3. And I wanted positive 3, so I can see that if I do negative 3 times positive 6, that still gives me negative 18. But now when I do 6 minus 3, I get positive 3. So I know I want x plus 3, and I'm sorry, x minus 3 and x plus 6. And so I come back over here, x plus 6, x minus 3. Then I know that 0 either equals x plus 6 or 0 equals x minus 3. I subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 6 equals x. Or add 3 to both sides. 3 equals x. And since I'm solving, that's actually my solution. All right. Try the 5th video. That will be the next problem.